Okay, here I am. Um, I lent my camera to a woman at work for a couple of days, and the plan was that she would borrow my flip and she would give me her Sony Bloggie, which is very much like the flip, but its camera can go face forwards and backwards, so it's kind of cool, and I was looking forward to using that. And she borrowed my camera and she didn't bring her Sony in for me to use, and she wanted to use my flip for a couple of days, and that was 3 weeks ago, and I still don't have it back. I keep reminding her, and she keeps, oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm so sorry. What? Flip. So I'm using my onboard camera on my laptop, which I hardly ever do, and so I can see myself in the box down there, and I never do that. So it's like everything's back to front, and I look awful, and it's much better with the flip because I can't see myself. And it's not, I'm not worried about what I look like. It's just I'm distracted by the moving thing. Anyway, hi Joe. A few technical difficulties with the last video. Have you got? Is that a new camera? It looked like different quality or something there. Yeah. So if you could send the captions through, that would be awesome. Was that the issue, that there was no sound, or is that an issue at my end and I missed the other issue? But fair enough, seeing as I haven't done a video for a couple of weeks. I've had Simon staying for 2 weeks, which has been Simon and Melissa, and it's been just lovely. And I didn't want them to go yesterday, but they flew home yesterday. Melissa's really nice. She gives Simon a hard time, which is good. And she bakes, which is good. And she's taught Simon to bake, which is even better. So last weekend, Willow, Kyle, and Kyle's brother Ryan put on their annual Chopped Rod and Custom show in Newstead in Victoria, and I went along to that, and it was, as usual, exceptionally good. Much bigger. That was the third show they put on. Words fail. It was just absolutely fantastic. They had made a tiki bar. So they had decked out one of the very basic bars at the racecourse where they had it this year in Newstead. Newstead's a really tiny town. It's probably like Eltham, like really little. And the screen just gone blank. So that's all it takes to throw me. They made it into a tiki bar. They lined all the walls with like thatch and bamboo crossed over, and they put tiki masks everywhere, and they made this massive, like it was twice the height of a man, like Easter Island head. Like they spot welded the frame, and then they covered it in rendering and painted it, and they jigged it up with LPG and a little contraption. And so when the bands were playing, because they have bands there too in the stage next to the tiki bar, the guys would light the flame, and like those flames would come out the top. It was very rock and roll. It was really awesome. So it was great, and it was. I love Chopped. I like looking at nice cars, and they love that. Of course, it's their passion, so that's why Willow, Ryan, and Kyle put the show on. And I like looking at them, but they also have bands, and I love the bands. The bands that we get are really great fun, and because it's a festival, but it's not like chock-a-block full of people. I just sit right up the front, and it's like the bands are playing for me, and I just think it's so awesome. So I had a really good time, and I drank way too much, and I smoked way too much, and now I'm still a bit sick and grotty and horrible, and I spent all my money, and it was a great weekend. But that was last weekend, so this weekend's quiet, and I'm catching up on sleep and on cleaning clothes and those general things that I don't seem to have been able to do with extra people in the house. I don't have any other news. Chopped was the big news. Simon visiting was the big news. And that's all I've got. I hope you're having a really good weekend, and I will try not to fail to make a video next Saturday, and I'll get my bloody camera back during the week. That would be awesome too. See you, Joe.